Small habits don't add up, they compound. The same is true for bad habits that began from very tiny atomic changes, desires, and patterns. Soon, a collective of habits becomes routine, and you find yourself unable to pull out. The power of habits can either be your salvation or your doom. Welcome to Luxo-Life, your partner toward personal growth and success. And today, we look at the top 7 worst money habits that are keeping you poor and how to change them immediately. Habits don't just happen overnight, they're developed over time. Every day you have to choose whether you're going to practice a good habit or not, and if you choose not to, then you fall into the entrapment of bad habits, which also accumulate over time. Remember, the more you develop a habit, the more you're likely to stick to it. The first step is always the hardest, so we're here to give you practical steps to break out of your bad money habits and adopt good ones. Let's begin. Number 1. Not counting costs. People often complain that the moment their money hits their account, it vanishes out of thin air. And yes, we all have bills, debts, and necessities to pay up. Or maybe your salary isn't that much to begin with, but there's no reason for you not to count how much money is going in and going out. It won't matter how much or little you earn if your budget always comes out as income minus expenses equals 0. As the top wealthy people of our day say, pay yourself first. You have to rearrange your budgeting from income minus expenses equals savings to income minus savings equals expenses. More so, keeping an accurate and updated record of your income and expenses allows you to take a full bird's eye view of where your money is going. Track everything, from the $1.99 snack to the iPhone upgrade, track your every expense. We know that seems hard and time-consuming, but it's harder to not have any money to spend at all and waste time thinking about where it all went. Number 2. Overspending. We get it. We all want to spend money on ourselves, our entertainment, our leisure, and on our appearance. However, you have to decide between the things you need and the things you want to spend your money on. Now, we really want to pin this point down because many of you will try to make yourselves believe that you need something that you want. Let us make it clear to you. You don't need to buy Starbucks every morning on your way to the office. You don't need the latest pair of pants, shoes, accessories, or even gadgets to make yourself look luxurious. You don't need premium accounts or subscriptions to access exclusive entertainment to waste your hours on. What you need is a journal to track your expenses, simple clothes from the thrift store, and a $1 coffee to keep yourself awake while working. What you need is to spend less than what you can earn, living below your means. Where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in looking so nice in Gucci and Starbucks when you can't even pay your debts and living a half-broke life? Number 3. Ignoring debts. You'll hear this over and over again. Pay your dues. Whether it be your college debt, credit card, loans, mortgage, or whatever, you can't ignore your dues forever. They will eventually catch up to you and ultimately keep you from making money for yourself. Debt is modern slavery, and if you really want to achieve financial freedom, start by breaking the chains of debt off you. It won't be easy, and it won't be quick, but remember, as long as you consistently pay your debts little by little, eventually you will set yourself free at last. Debts compound too. The more you ignore them, the more they'll become a pain in the neck in the future. Number 4. Focusing on the present, forgetting the future. You only live once. You'll never know what's in the future, so focus on now. There are merely excuses sold to poor people to keep spending what they have now and save less for the future because the present is all that matters, right? Wrong. In the next 10 minutes, your future becomes your present, and so will the next 10 years if you're still kicking. We're running against aging and inflation. Spending all your money to live your best life now isn't gonna cut it in the long run. You have to balance what you can spend for now and what you will need for the future. And that takes us to our next point. Number 5. Failing to set clear and sustainable financial goals. You may already be saving up and spending less, but if you ask yourself, what for? What will be your answer? See, that's the importance of having smart goals. You're working and saving for and towards something that matters to you. It could be a new house, business, real estate, your family, or your wealth. Learn to set clear goals that are willing to work hard for and make ways and sacrifices to sustain these goals if they really matter to you. A practical approach, which others often fail to do, is making those goals clearer. What we mean by this is categorizing your financial goals into short-term, medium, and long-term goals, and setting up a budget for each goal, such as how much money you need to save each month for one goal, whether you're going to put the money that you're saving, and why do these goals matter so much that you're willing to live frugally. This way, you'll know exactly what your goals are, why you're working for them, and how you're sustaining them. Number 6. Listening to bad money advice. Surrounding yourself with people who have all the habits mentioned above is one surefire way to blow your habit improvement plans off entirely. Not only will they not give you any good advice, but they will also lure you in to adopt their habits. You see, poor people don't like hanging out with those who have higher standards than them, so they try to bring your standards lower by telling you that taking packed lunch to work is uncool, that there's a new money-making app or platform that you just have to click a couple of times to get rich, that your clothes are too out of fashion and you need to buy the latest ones to keep up, and that upgrading your gadgets is a sort of achievement. Stop listening and hanging around with those kinds of people and start learning from practical, well-educated advice on how to save up more, spend less, and invest. You're more likely to make wiser decisions listening to those who are knowledgeable, experienced, and successful in the ways of money and wealthy living. Today, being poor is a choice, and so is being poorly educated. Number 7. Spending invisible money. Do we mean paying via credit? Yeah, but not just that. While continuously buying useless things with your credit card can easily rack up your debt, there's also another way of spending invisible money that people often do conveniently. It's spending money you don't even have yet. You already have your budget, you have your savings in check, and you're consistently tracking your expenses. But then here comes the Black Friday or Christmas sale, and something you've been waiting for a long time is at a discounted price. The only problem is that your budget indicates you have no money to spare for that purchase. What do others end up doing? It's alright, I'll get my paycheck next month anyway. They end up buying the item on sale and blasting their budget to the negative. When we're conveniently earning money, it's easy to get carried away. We can easily buy something we want and less that on our next budget, but that is ultimately counterproductive. Once you make a budget, you have to stick to it and sustain it. Spend only what you're allowed to per month and discipline yourself from making unnecessary purchases. So next time you see something you want but can't afford, just turn around and walk away. Building awesome money habits takes time, but as long as you're consistent with your approach and actively make the right choices each day, you will soon develop a routine you will stick to for life. Destroying bad habits also take time, but the key is consistency in making the right choices daily. If you learned from this video, leave us a like and subscribe to the channel for more educational videos to help you grow and succeed in life.